What up, bros, and welcome to... crap, I already messed up.
Gosh damn it, Rose.
Sorry, okay. What up, bros, and welcome to the All Bros podcast. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Caleb.
And we are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a bit of the nerd life.
And like jacking up our intro.
Yeah. Shut up. This week on the podcast, we are joined by some special guests. Gosh
damn it, Rose. You're nailing this.
I know, right? Shut up. We are joined by the podcast duo known as the Beef Skanks.
Hello.
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 You could have told him to say hi or something.
I'm
Rose.
sorry. I'm making this really awkward. I'm sorry.
I mean, what's
I'm
new?
I'm used to it being this awkward with Vic from Crash and Taz when he's been on, so I feel like we just go with it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Just kind of roll.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
But anyway, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Sure.
Yeah. So this week on the podcast, we'll be talking about some adventures in hunting. We got some Funko Shop exclusives, some Batman stuff, and some a pop that I didn't even know was being made. All right.
Gosh damn it. Dude, you shouldn't be learning about this while you're reading the intro.
I know I shouldn't. And then we got some Dragon Ball pops as well. With Blu-rays, we'll be talking. We got a really good comedy coming out that both Caleb and I enjoyed, and I hope the Beef Skanks enjoyed it as well when we talk about it, or if they've even seen it. Wow, I'm really failing at this. I'm sorry. With Through the Wall, we got some Batman casting rumors that we'll be talking about.
It was confirmed today.
Oh, it is?
Mhm.
Sweet.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about one then. What? What?
This changes everything.
I'm just saying.
We are nailing this.
I know. And then after that, they released the first look at a Scooby-Doo, or I think it's called Scoob, isn't it? Or like Scooby with his question exclamation
They're
point.
doing more Scooby-Doo?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I know.
This is news.
Oh shit!
You didn't
I
send the
forgot,
picture?
I forgot to tell them.
Oh, you suck.
You added it last minute, asshole.
But you were the one that said, "Oh yeah, that's the
didn't
other
know
thing that I
Scooby-Doo
meant
was
to
an
add to the
option.
list."
We'll pull it up. We're
Oh
good.
my gosh.
Okay, so let me send that to you guys really quickly.
I'll do that. You finish the intro.
Okay, fine.
I
So
Cartoon.
after that, we
Scoob.
got what else? Okay, so with our this week's sneak peeks, we got our final trailer for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Damn, that was fast. And then we got our first trailer, kind of teaser trailer for Soul, and then our first trailer as well for The Invisible Man, which that looks like a really good horror movie, actually. And then we got our first, and this actually happened on Halloween Day, and we apologize that we did not cover this. I forgot to talk about it, and I suck. I'm very sorry. But we got our kind of like first, like behind the scenes shots of Halloween Kills. And then after that, we'll be moving into our main event of the evening, which would be our All Bros and Beef Skanks breakdown of Rocketman.
Hell yeah.
Now I can.
Hell yeah.
Way to finish strong, Rose.
Thank you.
So proud.
All right, well, what do all you say? Damn it, I was doing so good.
He's nervous.
Damn it, Rose. Let's
Okay, what do you all say we get started?
do it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
two, too.
Yeah.
You got, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Like I said, we're freaking killing it.
Yeah. All right, so first up I'm sorry, okay? I can't speak English tonight.
You're making
Or
us look
any.
like fools.
Don't I always do that? No? Don't I do that every week?
Yeah, but then it's just in the privacy of me and you.
Oh, okay.
I cut it all out, so it doesn't matter.
All right. So first up with Adventures in Hunting, we have the Tootsie Pop Owl coming out. This is coming to the Funko shop. I want to say this actually already came out, didn't it?
I don't know. I was new on the Funko page. Do you guys collect pop figures at all?
We do, but we're like casual collectors.
Yeah, I have some.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
You know, Caleb, that might have been a
Casual, too.
question. Damn it, I wish this was filmed because that was so funny.
All of mine are out of the box and around, except for one.
Okay, Caleb's okay with that, but yeah, I'd cry if I saw your collection.
Right.
Just because I'm sorry, I cannot do pops out of boxes.
I don't.
Yeah, he's
Mine
super
are all in
anal about
boxes.
I really am.
They're all out. One of them is very covered and very dusty. The only one that is in a box is my Freddie Mercury. He's very special.
Okay, that's okay. I can understand keeping that one in a box.
Which Freddie Mercury, though?
I can't see it. 96.
That's not the FYE exclusive, is it?
I don't think so.
He's wearing his, what outfit is that? His outfits have names, right? He's got the yellow jacket, white outfit going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
I think that was just a common. I don't think that was an exclusive.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
a great one.
Yeah, I didn't get any Freddie Mercury. I'm freaking bummed.
I was going to, but my card got denied.
Oh,
Remember that?
Oh, no!
I don't know. I still don't understand why. Oh, yeah. Now I remember why that happened. Yeah, like, because I guess, like, when I was at the gas pump getting gas, I accidentally put, like, a 2 instead of a 3 in my zip code. So, like, my bank was like, oh, someone's trying to steal his debit card. So, yeah, they shut it down.
Isn't that just a bitch?
Yeah, it is a bitch. Thanks, Bank of AF. All right. All right, so back to the Tootsie Pop Owl. Did you try to get this at all? Because I'm sure it's sold out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, hell no.
Why not?
Because I'm a strictly Marvel collector.
Then why do you have
that.
Star Wars and...
Because you keep giving them to me.
Okay, good point.
Star Wars is a different category. It deserves its own special place in everyone's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Except for The Last Jedi.
Why do you call me out, guys?
I'm sorry,
Okay, I got-
had to.
You have all the Star
Okay,
Wars
really
ones.
quickly, I gotta ask one question.
Okay.
Did either of you enjoy The Last Jedi? Or have you seen it?
Yes.
We see all of them. It's become a tradition now.
Yeah, we've got all of them
Okay.
together. It's okay. I still think the original trilogy is the best.
Of course, yeah.
I mean,
Nothing compared to that.
yeah. I don't know. Casting's good.
Yeah.
Other than that,
So you-
I don't.
So,
I don't
kinda
think
thought
this.
it was okay.
Yeah, I don't think the script was all that well written.
No. I think it could have
Okay.
been executed better.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just glad that like we all agree that it is not a great Star Wars movie like some people think it is.
Yeah. So that's Rose's way of saying we can be friends.
Yay!
I mean, he's not wrong. No, my way of finding out if like I can like someone is if they think Hawkeye is a valuable member of the Avengers. That's how I do it.
Oh my hell.
So there is the $1 million question. Do you two think Hawkeye is a valuable member of the Avengers?
You got thoughts and feelings on Hawkeye?
I don't. I don't know. Growing up, I was always a Spider-Man, X-Men.
Yeah.
That's the comics I've always had.
Yeah.
So Hawkeye was never my favorite. I mean, but he's like the strategist. So I think he's valuable, but I feel like the movies haven't done him justice. If that makes sense.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we
I
can
feel
be
like
best
the
friends.
movies put him into
Rose
a
feels
filler
vindicated.
space.
Yeah.
The movies were like, we need one more person. I choose you!
Yeah. They're like, we cast Jeremy Renner, so whatever.
Honestly, someone made a funny joke about that when they were doing the Avengers. They're just like, they put Hawkeye in there just because he's so easy to do.
Right.
I'm just like, you're not wrong, but that kills me for you saying that.
But I mean, like, then they included Scarlet Witch, who's like, that's a whole nother ballgame. Like, I don't understand why they included her, because they completely changed up her power set, and they, like, made her a totally different person almost.
It's a whole new character
Yeah.
outside of what we already know. And it fucked me up, man.
Yeah. I don't know. It ruined my life.
It sucks. Everything I experience every day is different.
Oh.
It's like how I felt about like the Dark Phoenix movie.
That's how I felt when I watched.
I just wanted to go burn everything down. Like, no, thank you. I'm done now.
Okay. Yeah, you two are awesome. We could totally hang. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So sorry about that little detour. But so after
apologizing.
Okay, you've been trying to get me to stop apologizing for 10 years. How's that working out for you?
You know what? Just move on.
All right, so next up we got the ice suit Batman from Batman and Robin. And the only thing I don't like about this pop, they didn't include the bat nipples.
Yeah, exactly. You need those to complete the suit.
And come on, you got to put the bat credit card on his belt.
The bat credit card.
Come on. Missed opportunity. I'm just saying.
Yeah, come on, Funko, be better.
I mean, you did that. They did that like comic book moment with Batman and Catwoman. It's not like they're like not doing anything that's like PG-13. So I'm just saying. So they could have totally done the bat nipples.
Why are you so obsessed with bat nipples, Rose?
I just want them to get it screen accurate.
It's an integral part of the costume.
Just need them.
See?
Go big or go home.
Exactly.
All nip or no nip. You gotta pick.
All right. So, unless do you two have
Everybody
anything else you want
nipples.
to add about that pop?
What's that?
Is there anything else you guys want to add to the pops that we've talked about so far?
No, I mean, that covered it.
Okay, sweet. So after that, we got the over 9,000 Vegeta. And I'll admit, when I first saw this, I'm like, okay, is there like over 9,000 of them being made? I got really confused, but that's just because I don't know Dragon Ball.
Gosh damn, Rose. Like, it's the pun of it that makes the figure cool.
Yeah.
Dude, the only reason I ever watched Dragon Ball is because of your brother.
Vegeta.
Right.
Because that's what it is. It's such a popular thing from the show. I know what that is, but I don't know anything else about Dragon Ball.
Do they have like Super Saiyan Vegeta as well?
Yeah, they have a lot of
they have
different...
so many of that.
Are there? Okay. I haven't gotten into it, so.
No, like, honestly, like...
No, that's the wrong
I feel... Hey, it works, though. I feel like with Dragon Ball, there's as many of those pops as there are Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At least when it comes to variants. Alright, so after that, we got... Yeah, see, I didn't even know this line was announced. The Devil Wears Prada? What?
Yeah, it's just the two... Yeah.
What?
They have
like the movie?
I don't even know. Like they have
so it's Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway's character and whatever.
Isn't it like it's not Glenn Close?
Andy, right? Is that her name in the movie?
I haven't seen.
I think
movie
so.
In 84 years. I don't remember.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie since I saw it with my grandma in theaters. So it's been a hot minute.
That's a random one.
I don't know
think.
if I've ever seen that movie.
That's so random.
It's actually a good chick flick.
It's a good movie.
You don't know?
I agree.
Collecting pop figures, do they know what that is? Like, it's
right.
an old movie, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, like, I would recommend the movie. I really enjoyed it.
I liked it.
Definitely.
Okay, so after that, we got Alfred with Wayne Manor. Now, is this an exclusive or just a common?
I think it's a common.
Okay,
but the Wayne Manor is freaking huge.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I saw that.
I like that idea.
I do like
Alfred
that it's
needs more attention.
Agreed.
Alfred's. Well, they're doing
Agreed.
Are they doing the Alfred standalone movie?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I would see that.
But you never see like a kid walking around with a plush of fucking Alfred. It's always Batman.
Right.
What's wrong with Alfred? I like Alfred.
Exactly.
I'm upset.
I'll take either a Michael Caine or Jeremy Irons plush doll of them as Alfred.
Yes.
Doesn't
You
matter.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
You always seem to like care about the characters that no one else seems to.
You know, my coworker pointed that out to me yesterday. He's just like, what were we talking about? I think we were talking about Star Wars, and like I pointed out like Finn or like Poe, and he's just like, I swear, Jonathan, you care about characters that nobody cares about. Your favorite turtle is Donatello, and not a lot of people like him. I'm like, yeah, I know. And then to top it all off, your favorite superhero is Hawkeye, and a lot of people could give two shits less. Ugh.
It's true.
All right, so after that, we got, actually, Caleb made a typo here.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, well, Hula Lilo is already out. Hula Stitch is coming.
Oh, okay.
But, actually, it works because they're doing a restock of Hula Lilo.
So,
We don't talk about restock.
Elvis pop
Sorry.
Stitch, though? Like,
Wait, what
Stitch
pop?
in the Elvis costume, is that a thing?
Maybe.
The Elvis Stitch?
I think they made one, and I think it was a Hot Topic exclusive, and I think it's hard to find now.
Mm-hmm.
So
that would
it's
make
probably
sense,
expensive,
though.
of course.
That's my favorite Stitch in the Elvis costume.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Pop price guide. Oh no.
Oh boy, we've gone into a black hole.
Okay, so the Elvis Stitch goes for up to $128.
I'll be right back. I gotta go throw up. Oh god.
Damn.
I'll give you $5 for that granola bar that's at the bottom of my book bag before I give you $130 for an Elvis
I'm
Stitch.
really
I'll draw you a
I'm
picture
really
of
glad
Elvis
that is
Stitch.
not one of my sought after grails.
Dang.
Same here.
Oh my.
Oh,
ooh.
The cheapest
that
one is
choked me
58
I
inside.
wouldn't be
bucks.
able to feel.
Oh my
I
goodness.
couldn't
Yeah.
feel good about myself.
Spending $130 on a Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Okay, well, dude, I'd hate to tell you, but some go for like $2,000.
Yeah, I know, but luckily none of the ones that I want.
Yeah, but
I
isn't there-
did find
no.
a $30 Stan Lee for a Christmas present for someone last year. That was a great find because I couldn't find them anywhere. They were gone.
Was that released before or after he passed?
Like the day after. They just came out with like 6 of them and they were like, alright, go for it. Be free.
Yeah, I was able to get my hands on one. When did I get him?
Wasn't it?
I got one.
It wasn't it the summer of 2018 that you got that one?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Do you know what I hate? That they haven't re-released Mike Wazowski. And if I want to get him, I have to pay like over $500.
Jeez.
And
If you
like,
do that, I will slap
no, I'm
you.
not going to. But the one that I want the most, which is the one where he's wearing his Monsters University hat, I think that one goes for like $700.
If you do that one, I will slap you.
This is
Whoa.
blowing my mind.
I know, I'm like, wow. That's nuts.
This is
I
blowing my
think
mind.
it's going for that much. Okay, really quickly, I just want to double check because I want to say it is going for that much. Mike Wazowski is not cheap. Sully, on the other hand, since they re-released him with a different one, he's not that expensive. Which freaking sucks because Mike is way better in my opinion.
And is there a Boo figure?
There has to be.
There
has to
is,
be.
and that one goes for a bunch too.
Oh.
Oh, man.
So, as
This
pop
just makes
figures,
me sick.
I feel like pop figures have just completely replaced Beanie Babies. Because growing up, we had
they
all
have.
the Beanie Babies. They were in cases. I wasn't allowed to touch them.
Dude.
Okay, I totally lied. I was way off. I'm sorry. So the regular Mike goes for 140. I was way off.
Shit.
Oh, the MU one is even cheaper. It's 70. I was way off.
Yeah,
That's so
because that's
much.
reasonable.
I'd pay 70 for that. Okay, I'd pay 50.
Why?
I love Mike Wazowski, and I actually really liked Monsters University.
You liked it $70?
Maybe.
I think I saw Monsters University once.
Haven't.
No, you haven't watched it at all?
Mm-mm.
It was good. I might own
The
it.
most
I don't
mic
know.
was it? There's a glow in the dark mic, and he goes for $930.
Holy shit.
But that's just because he was exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con, and there was only 480 of them made.
No.
That's why.
Wow.
If they didn't put the sticker over his face,
They
I would-
didn't. Oh, I wish that would be so funny. Oh, missed opportunity.
I know. We should,
Dude,
be in, we should be in Funko marketing.
We should. Oh, that'd have been so funny.
Or at least just consultants.
Yeah, exactly. But with the Hula Stitch, yeah, I have to own this just because I have Hula Lilo, and Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite Disney movies.
That's
So,
fair.
I don't think you have a not favorite Disney movie.
Try me. I'm sure I do.
Alright, name your least favorite Disney movie.
It's kind of
See how long
like
he's taking?
Pocahontas.
shut up.
Like
Does
Pocahontas.
Pixar count?
No, Pixar doesn't
Damn
count.
it. Okay.
The
No,
live
because
action
remember when we did the little
You didn't like
bonus
that?
Disney versus Pixar?
Yeah.
You gave me shit for doing that.
No, you were mixing it up between. Yeah, you were just because you were saying like, oh, Moana is Pixar, or like Monsters University is Disney. I'm like, no, they're two separate.
Well, Pixar needs to get their shit together and either do 2D or do 3D.
Pixar's always done 3D.
That's right.
They've done I think they've done a couple of 2D shorts.
Okay, then
But
then Disney needs to stick with just doing 2D.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Man.
Do you honestly think Moana would have had the same effect if it wasn't 3D animation?
I guess
No.
we'll never know, Rose.
No.
We will never know.
See, even they agree.
Gosh
It
damn
wouldn't be as pretty.
I would agree because I feel the ocean gives Finding Nemo a run for its money.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The detail in the ocean and the trees and everything in the movie is very pretty.
I feel ganged up on.
I mean,
Well, you should.
I should probably let you guys know that I did 2 years of film school, so I also am doing filmmaking and photography and all kinds of that stuff, and everything looks pretty to me.
Oh, awesome! That's awesome. All right. So after that, we have Duran Duran.
It's a band.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
But
heard of this.
why?
You didn't know what Duran Duran was?
No,
Is it?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did they sing?
I suck.
I know
is-
what.
and she dances
or I
on the
know
sand.
who
Is that the
they
name of the song?
are. I just don't
think
know
so.
like each of their names.
Is that the ones that wear
They're-
like the red hats?
Oh,
No,
What's
that's
that?
Devo.
Yeah, that's
No, Duran Duran. They're Australian, I think.
I'm trying to picture a face.
Sure.
Just why?
Good to
They're like
know.
that's so random. It's not like they had like
Because
A
they did the
reunion
Devil
tour.
Wears Prada, so then why not Duran Duran? You might as well just start pulling out random fucking names from a hat.
I don't get it. If they were doing like a reunion tour or something, like they came out with the Freddie one because they did the
Yeah,
Queen movie.
yeah.
So like that makes sense, but like why Duran Duran? That makes no
Maybe
sense.
they're gearing up for a reunion, and like 4 people are going to show up to the shows, and that's it.
All old women over the
They're
age of
getting a
50.
movie.
It's going to be both of our moms.
Oh, they are?
and our friends.
Yeah, my mom likes
Oh,
Duran
I thought you
Duran.
were serious. Let's face it, Funko will make anything now.
It's fair.
Mhm.
If they do a Rocky Horror series, it's over. I'm buying them all. I don't care. Yeah,
I think they have.
Yeah, I thought they started that.
What? I need to sign up for an email list or something.
Yeah.
I missed out.
You just need Funko to like send you an email personally every
I
day.
need them to text me every
Yeah.
day and be like, "Hey, we're making a new one.
Send us some money. Give us your money.
What's your credit card number?"
Yeah, I swear they've done. Like, didn't they do the plant monster thing recently?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Little Shop of Horrors.
yeah, Little Shop of Horrors. They did.
Oh, that's
Oh,
yeah.
that's- Never mind.
So they did Little Shop of Horrors, not Rocky Horror.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I think they might have done Rocky
Okay.
Horror.
I'm gonna look
feel
it
like
up
they
really
did, but maybe
quickly
I'm wrong.
because that's gonna really suck if they did and they're vaulted and you have to pay a bunch of money for them now.
ooh.
Do they
That
have a
would really
museum I
suck.
can just walk around to see them? I just want the satisfaction of seeing it in person. I don't want to own it.
I mean, if you visit the Funko headquarters, I'm
That's
sure
not a museum, though.
it's somewhat.
No, it's
Walk
a
up to the
shop.
front desk. Let me see your stuff. Show me everything.
Yeah. Wait.
I mean, they got me, though. I have the 3 different versions of Deadpool.
Yes, that is true.
Like, why do I have all these?
So yeah, so they did. They released the line in 2015.
Ooh.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Thanks.
Ah.
I don't remember 2015. I blocked it out. That's probably why.
What's 2015?
Don't remember.
All I remember from that
Sure.
year is Age of Ultron and The Force Awakens. That's all I remember.
The Force Awakens. You didn't block that out. We went and saw that movie together.
That was 2015? What year is this?
What? Yeah, what
What
is
the
it?
hell is going on?
Like we were playing Jumanji earlier?
Yeah.
What year is it?
All right, so moving on from Pops into Blu-rays. This week we got Good Boys coming out, which, did you two see it?
I did not see it. Did you see it?
I did not, but I've heard really good
Seth-
things about it.
Seth Rogen wrote it.
All the guys that
Yeah,
work were talking
it is.
about it.
It is really good. Like, really good comedy. Honestly, like, made me think a lot back to my childhood.
What
Okay,
did
yeah.
we end up giving it? We gave it a... we gave it a C+.
You guys are critical.
Hey, Victor broke that down with me. You
I-
could have been here to defend it, but you decided to, what, be sick?
I was moving.
Oh, you were moving.
Yeah,
Ooh.
asshole.
And I was being a good friend and recording the podcast instead.
I feel like the next time one of us moves, like, you'll just be following me around with a microphone, like, answer my questions, carry this box.
Why didn't we think of that?
It's
should-
a
we
I
should
live
don't know.
podcast.
Hindsight's
This
2020.
podcast on-
Yeah.
feel like what we did when we went on our ghost tour.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the list again?
Yeah.
Sorry. Alright, so after that, moving on to Through the Wall. Apparently these are confirmed. For... Oh my goodness, I forgot his name. Who's playing Batman again?
Robert Pattinson?
Robert Pattinson, thank you.
Ooh.
So
That
for
makes
his
sense.
Batman movie, it has been officially announced that Colin Farrell is playing Penguin, and Andy Serkis is playing Alfred Pennyworth.
That's
I'm
the only
cool
one
with
I
Andy
approve of.
Serkis. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're okay. I think that's the only one I'm okay with is Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Colin Farrell as Penguin.
I think... Okay.
Let's hear Caleb back this up.
Oh, shit. I think his over-the-top, like, at least, like, what he did with Bullseye, if he were to dial down what he did in Daredevil, like, way forever ago, if he were to dial that back, I think he could pull off a decent Penguin. I don't think he'll have that look. I think they'll need to do something with his face to make him not look like Colin Farrell.
Mhm.
But I think he can do it. I like if he does the over the top stuff. I think it'll work out.
See, I don't know, like, cause, like, you know, like, Saving Mr. Banks, like, honestly, to me, he was, like, one of the weakest parts of that movie.
I'll be 100% honest. I totally forgot he was in that movie.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I've ever
See,
seen
that
movie.
proves my point.
Saving Mr. Banks? I don't think I've ever seen that.
You totally should. It's a fantastic movie.
It's on my list.
Yeah, but Rose has a hard on for anything Disney.
No, I have a hard on for anything Tom Hanks.
Wait! No, is Saving Mr.
That-
Banks...
that's-
Is that the... What's that about?
So it's about P.L. Travers, played by Emma Thompson.
Yeah, okay,
and,
I did see
Yeah,
this.
so like it's kind of like the untold truth of like how Mary Poppins got made and the hell that P.L.
okay.
Travers
I
put
did
Walt
see that.
Disney
It
through.
was good.
It was good.
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm cool with Colin Farrell, but I'm really excited for Andy Serkis.
See,
Yeah.
I can get behind that. I think he'll be great as Alfred. I have to see some footage of Colin Farrell as Penguin before I
Right.
can make any decision.
I would like to know whose bright
Fair.
idea it was. And then they're just sitting in an office somewhere, and they're like, you know who would make a great Batman? Robert friggin' Patterson.
Pattinson.
Pattinson? I don't fucking care. If he takes his mask off and he's not glowing, I'm out. Glistening in the sun, he better have glitter. I don't care. Why was
Those
this an
movies are
option?
so awful. But have you seen The Lighthouse?
Well, he's already used to playing the uppity, dark, mysterious.
I mean, that's
That's very true.
Troublemaker guy.
I've never seen Twilight, so I don't know.
You
He's so
lucky soul.
broody, though.
I don't like his face.
I don't like his face either. He has a Jon Snow face, a big dumb face that like I can't. And he just can't act through it, and I don't know what it is.
I'm like, can you just fix your face so we can get on with the scene? That'd be great.
Ugh. Question though, like, whatever happened to like Josh Gad? Wasn't like Josh Gad rumored to be the Penguin?
Yeah, he was rumored, but that didn't end up going anywhere.
I would have been fine with that. I actually would have bought Josh Gad as the Penguin.
Yeah, but then isn't he like contractually required to do a song because he's in like everything and does a song?
You're not wrong.
Could you imagine the Penguin doing a musical number?
I can. I think I'd love it. But the Riddler has to join in with him.
Then I don't think you should cast Paul Dano as Riddler if you need him to do a musical number. Bring Jim Carrey back; he'd do a musical number. And with Penguins,
That's
he's
fair.
already did that in Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Absolutely bring Jim Carrey back.
Are you trying to be funny? Because you're not being funny.
Just because you don't appreciate it doesn't mean it's not funny.
No, because I don't think anyone wants to think about Jim Carrey playing the Riddler ever again.
He's off his fucking
He
rocker. I
wasn't-
think he would do it even better now.
Well, he was in the Tim Burton version,
That's
so
a
let's.
very good point.
Yeah, I mean,
He's lost his damn mind. I think it would be so much better now.
Yeah, considering he was mad that the fans changed the look of Sonic. He's like freaking out about that.
Okay, well,
I mean, it looked.
he also wore a
horrible.
Riddler onesie, so
That's very, very true.
I take his opinions with a grain of salt.
Me
Right.
too. Considering the redesign is fantastic.
At least what we've seen of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen it in action, so.
Honestly,
Yeah,
anything
I'm
could be
all
better
about
than
that.
what they showed.
Anything.
Anything.
Yeah, that's a very good point. The only thing I hated leading up to them like actually showing the redesign was like Screen Rant or Heroic Hollywood said like, "Oh, check out this amazing redesign of Sonic," and I'd literally just click the comments to see if someone said, "Oh, it's a fan art," before clicking on the article because I'm just like, I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah.
Like I hate it that Screen Rant and Heroic Hollywood will do that shit.
I felt the
Yeah,
same
you're
way.
like you're risking
I
a
gave up.
virus getting loaded on your computer when
Yeah.
you open those.
Yeah.
They play the 90s hacker movie trailers, and it's just a guy typing on a keyboard like, I'm gonna steal all your shit.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh, God.
All right, so is there anything else either of you want to say about the Batman casting?
No.
I'm gonna illegally watch it on the Fire Stick because it's Robert Pattinson. He doesn't deserve my $12.
Fair.
That's insane that movie tickets are that much now.
But Andy
Ridiculous.
Serkis was involved in motion captures infancy.
Yeah.
He was one of the first actors to really do that.
Mhm.
So I would give Andy Serkis my money.
Yeah, I would
Is there
too,
an alternate
considering
world
it.
where we can go back to that?
His Planet of the Apes trilogy is, to me, one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
It is. And him, in Planet of the Apes and all those movies, so good.
Yes.
Yes. Speaking of movies, what's the closest theater chain you guys have to your place?
We have AMC.
Yeah, we have AMC. We have what is Carriage Place?
I can't remember.
We have
Off the top of my head.
Marcus. Marcus is a huge one. That's our nicest movie theater. And
They
there's
do
another
$5
one.
Thursdays?
I love Marcus.
Well, that's
Yeah.
trippy. It's not
Um,
Tuesdays.
Cinemark.
They do
Cinemark.
weird shit in wherever. Where you're in Ohio?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do weird shit in Ohio.
Yeah, we're poor, so.
Hey, us too.
Yeah, there's so Cinemark, AMC, Marcus, and then
Okay, so you do have Cinemark.
we also have a couple independent movie theaters.
Yes.
So
nice.
there's a movie theater on campus, at OSU's campus, and they always do Hitchcocktober, where they do like all the Hitchcock movies in the original. Is it 45 millimeter? Mm-hmm. They do all the original like Hitchcock movies in like the original film format in October, and then they do like special screenings of stuff too.
And once in a while, they'll have a couple like foreign films and stuff too down there.
Yeah. So that one's a really good one, but it's hard to get to.
I can't read that fast to go and watch a French film.
Yeah.
Caleb,
last year.
Ohio.
Bullshit.
No, yes, shit.
I feel like
Hell no.
I just feel like I don't know. I went and saw the
like
birds there
Nice.
in the movie theater. That was awesome. Psycho. I saw Psycho.
I saw My Friend Dahmer there, like the last weekend it was playing.
Dude, this state is like a filmmaker's dream.
It's
Yeah.
Ohio.
We have nothing and everything all at the same time. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Well, I mean, so we live in Columbus, which is the capital. So we have like I think our city is 2.5 million people.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
Ah, crap.
My callback, it failed.
No, you're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, Columbus is friggin' huge.
Yeah, it's one of the largest cities in the Midwest. So we have 2.5 million people, and then OSU is the largest populous campus, I think, in the United States.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not moving to Ohio.
Come on, man.
We have all the seasons.
Don't
No.
come here.
Yeah,
It's
don't come here.
snowing.
No, so I just wanted to know about like the movie theaters because did either of you like hear the change that Cinemark did
I don't know.
about $5 Tuesday?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Dude, if they messed with $5 Tuesday,
they did. So
Ooh.
okay, so you know how there's Cinemark Movie Club, and then
Mhm.
there's the free one, the Cinemark Fan Club or something like that.
Yeah.
So you have to be subscribed to either one of those to be able to get your ticket for $5 on Tuesdays now.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're
that's
not-
fine. I already paid for.
Yeah, but still, that kind of sucks that like people that don't have either of those, they have to pay $10 on Tuesdays.
Well, if
It's
you're
a
not going to
trap.
subscribe to the free one, I mean, come on.
It's
Yeah,
a
I
big
know.
All you
old
have to do is
trap.
sign up for the app.
I know, but still, it just kind of sucks.
Well, here I thought. So the only one, like
Why do you
Cinemark.
think it sucks? You're subscribed to the movie club.
But I mean, for, like, other people. I'm thinking of other people, not myself, Caleb.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just saying. You're subscribed to movie club, so why do you care?
Yeah, true. Yeah, considering I only paid with my movie ticket offer, I only paid $15 for our 2 tickets for the Rise of Skywalker in XD.
Noise.
I know, right?
We got our Rise of Skywalker
All
for
right, so-
free.
Nice.
We're seeing it 2 days
You
before it
guys
actually
going opening
releases.
weekend?
We are.
What's that?
Nice.
Yeah. It's. Well, we saw The Force Awakens
We
2
saw
days before
all-
it came out.
And we saw Solo early.
Yeah, we saw
Yeah.
Solo like a day before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So. Pretty sweet.
Very nice. All right, so after that, we got our official first pictures. Official. Yep, our first pics from the new Scooby-Doo animated film, which I swear is being called Scoob.
It is.
That's so dumb.
And
That
that's
is
when
so
we Shaq.
dumb. Why would you call it Scoob?
I don't really know. Yeah, Scoob, exclamation point. That's what it's being called.
Good hell.
Anyway, so in these first behind-the-scenes images, we got, that's the wrong picture.
It's not behind the scenes. Those are like official images, aren't they?
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. So in the first image, we got the whole gang standing by the mystery machine. We got Fred, Velma, Scooby, Shaggy, and Daphne. And then just I think there's like 3 other pics, and those are just from the actual like clips from the movie.
Dude, they made Velma hot.
You saw the 2 live-action Scooby-Doo movies, right? Linda Cardellini?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
I prefer Velma's design over Daphne's.
Daphne looks like she has like a weird like Cro-Magnon head or something. I don't know. She does.
I'll give you that. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like her face looks mushed. I don't know. It's weird.
It looks mushed. Who smushed your face? Are you okay?
Does she even have a handkerchief anymore? It looks like that's part of the shirt, like that green part.
Yeah, no, it's
same with Fred.
it's
He
like a
doesn't have
collar.
It's a collar.
Yeah, you
the
can't.
ascot.
That is. I'm sorry. I can get behind. I'm fine with Daphne, but you cannot have Fred without his ascot.
Yeah, that's
Dude, Fred looks like a tool.
He's wearing a bomber
does.
jacket instead of like his sweater and ascot. It's a bomber jacket and like a t-shirt. I have that
He
jacket.
looks like a douche.
I'm gonna be Fred for Halloween.
There you go.
Shaggy looks good.
I mean,
Shaggy does look good. Like,
yeah, Shaggy looks great out of all of them. Like, him and Scooby are probably the best looking ones, and they're like the easiest ones to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Velma looks fine. It's just, I have a problem with
Yeah, she does.
Caleb, keep it in your pants.
Don't tell me what to do.
But I don't know, like, other than Fred and Daphne, I do like the design.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Yeah, Fred looks like an asshole.
are they going to?
Which sucks, because, like, Fred's really never been an asshole.
Dude, like, let me see him.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe in the
Fred has
live-action
asshole
movie, he kind of
face.
was.
I don't know. It's the
Fred
outfit.
looks like
The outfit
one
is
of the
making him an
guys
asshole.
that would
Mhm.
run
Look at
for
him.
student body
Eyebrow. Like, he's
president
telling this
and
lady
win.
off.
No, I mean,
Didn't we know a couple of those in high school?
Yeah, we sure did.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I don't know how I feel about
gosh, like he has such a punchable looking face.
it.
Like it's pissing me off. Like when I look at Fred, I'm like I'm filled with rage.
Oh, that's too funny. I'm still kind of pissed off that they didn't ask Matthew Lillard to voice Shaggy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
What
they
about
do have
that?
Will Forte, where I'm like,
Yeah, okay.
it works for me,
Wait,
but
that's yeah, I can understand that. Did they say who's playing Fred yet?
let's see. Zac Efron.
Ron.
Zac Efron's voicing Fred.
Oh my hell, that's like perfect then.
I was gonna say, if you're getting like the original voice of Fred, because he's still alive, and I think he does like all the other things, I don't think his voice would have worked for how Fred looks.
No, Zac Efron's a pretty decent casting
Yeah.
for how he looks.
Yeah, he really is.
I don't know how I feel about
Adds to
Amanda
that like
Seyfried.
punchability.
Daphne.
I feel like she'll be good.
Yeah,
Wait, you
she got a
wait,
weird
who's
face
playing
to me.
Daphne?
Amanda Seyfried. She got a weird face to me.
She's voicing Daphne.
Yeah.
I guess
Yes.
so.
Ah.
I'll admit that picture of Scooby licking Shaggy when they're little kids. That's adorable. Okay,
Well, he's a puppy.
Okay, shut up. I realized my mistake after I said it. Okay,
Well, he should have fixed it sooner.
I'm just saying I'm getting a pup named Scooby Doo vibes from that, and I'm okay with that. 'Cause
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Yes.
Fair enough.
All right, after that, let's move on to our this week's sneak peeks. We got our final trailer for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which this was actually the first time I've ever seen any of this game.
Yeah. They
Um,
sneak peeked it at E3 last year.
They are sneak peeking it inside Blackspire Outpost and Galaxy's Edge
in
in
Disney World.
Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Hollywood Studios.
Mhm.
Got it.
It
Oh,
looks
Yeah, so we don't know anything about this game.
yeah.
So what do you guys know?
So it takes place after let's see. Takes place after Revenge of the Sith. So
I'm already down.
You're easy to please.
I know.
Who's starring in this? They did motion capture for it. Let's see. So it's 5 years after Revenge of the Sith. One of the last surviving Jedi Padawans, Cal, escaped the purge of Order 66. and he's on the run in the Galactic Empire.
And you must fight for your life.
Yep. So he has to openly use the Force to save one of his friends, and essentially it goes from there. So yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, color me intrigued.
I'm in there like swimwear.
Cameron Monaghan plays Cal, the main character. So Cameron Monaghan was Joker in Gotham.
And he's Ian from Shameless.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ian from Shameless.
I love him.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm even more sold now.
It looks beautiful.
And I'm assuming you play as him. Unless, I know the last games they did for Star Wars, you start off as a certain character, and then throughout the games you go through... It was kind of like future and past scenes, and you were playing 3 or 4 different characters throughout the whole story of the game.
Freaking tight.
But yeah, it comes out
Just sucks
next
at
week,
$60.
right?
Yeah.
It comes out, it releases November 15th, so...
I'm gonna stay poor forever!
Oh, Brielle might be mad at me. Your wife's gonna kill you. What's new?
I mean, you were able to pass off Spider-Man, so I think you got this one. Right?
I did very unsuccessfully though.
You just gotta...
Like I told her I got Spider-Man, and she's just like was pissed off for a little bit, and I'm like, I can't return it, and she's like, why not? And I'm like, I don't know.
I could honestly see you. You're just like holding it. You're just like slowly like taping off the wrapping.
I opened it. I can't
you're just
take
like,
it back now.
Yeah. You're just like, this is why?
I got it from Best Buy, and I opened it already.
Oh, I hate Best Buy. Don't get me started.
Oh, you just hurt Rose's feelings.
Yeah, Best Buy's like my second home. Why do you hate Best Buy?
I've had just really bad luck in the past with Best Buy. I've gotten a few good things, but there's been more bad than there is good, and I'm just upset about it. I'm bitter.
Okay, I can understand that.
I was on the Geek Squad.
Were you?
Yeah.
One of my friends works for the Geek Squad. No, I go in there and I'm like,
Always
this
wanted
is
to
broken,
do
and they're
that.
like, we'll give you another one. And I'm like, no, I don't want it. I'm done with this.
All right. So, are you two? I'm assuming that you two are going to be picking up this game on launch day.
Actually, we'll probably pre-order it. But yes.
Oh, okay. Are there any special editions coming out for it?
There's one. The original pre-order is $60, and then the special edition is
It's
$70.
$70. It's another $10.
Yeah. I'm not sure what all comes with it.
Okay.
If you go to the Xbox store, though, like normal games, it'll just show you the trailer, but this one gives you the breakdown of both before you pre-order it. So that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. At least it's not like the $120 that Red Dead 2 was for their. Well, I think it was an Ultimate Edition.
Holy hell.
I mean, you got a lot of shit with it, though.
I mean,
Yeah, but in the end, it's a video game.
But it's one of the best video games ever made.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Yeah.
that's how Hitman got me, because I just kept buying more chapters, and I'm like, this never ends. I don't have any more money.
DLCs suck.
They really do. They really do.
Whoever invented the DLC needs to be shot.
I'm sure they've had some death threats. I'm sure. All right. So after that, we got our first teaser trailer for the new Pixar movie called Soul, and I'm excited for this.
It looks pretty cool.
Like
the animation style looks different.
Yeah, the way that they were animated, I don't know why, it kind of reminded me of just like the last part. Did you ever see? I think it was like Night and Day. Did you ever see that short from Pixar?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why, but even though that's 2D, well, was that 2D or was that still 3D?
I think Night and Day was 2D.
No, it's 2D.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know why, but the way that they looked in that kind of just reminded me of how they looked in the final part of this trailer. I don't know why. That's just what reminded me of it.
So, did we see a man die in this?
Sure seemed like it.
It does, yeah.
That's a whole new perspective. he's dead, and now he's in purgatory, and he's just stuck there. Oh no! This is not the movie I thought it was.
He's stuck there with another little soul that doesn't count wood dance.
Yeah.
I didn't think Pixar could go darker than almost having toys burned alive, but I mean, I guess they could.
That was a thing.
Yep. Toy Story. I mean, the original Toy Story was pretty dark. I feel like for its time.
That was my shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was. And then it just kept getting darker and darker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Toy Story 4 really wasn't that dark.
Toy Story 4 was cute, but it didn't make me cry like the other ones.
It still made me cry.
I connected when he said, I'm trash, though.
No, it's because I really care about Woody and Buzz, okay? So kiss my ass. Alright, is there anything else you guys want to say about this trailer?
I don't think so.
It looked really good.
I need more.
I'm excited for it.
What?
I need a little bit more.
I do too. I mean, I liked the message at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like how, never, just settle for a job that you're okay with, like kind of reach for the stars. I liked that.
Yeah, that Wall Street dude made some bad decisions.
Just a little bit.
Choices
Just a little
were
bit.
made.
All right, so after that, we got our first trailer for The Invisible Man, which will be coming to us from Blumhouse. This looks pretty good.
That shit looks crazy.
It looks interesting.
Like, that's honestly very disturbing to think about. Your ex-boyfriend kills himself, and then he haunts you. Okay.
I mean, I feel like I've had crazier exes.
That's why I don't go to the east side.
I mean, Elizabeth Moss is in it.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of hers, so.
She does crazy really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she does. I would agree.
The Handmaid's Tale?
So.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh, yeah, I forgot she's in that.
Mm-hmm.
That's on Hulu, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is this supposed to be based off of, like, the real Invisible Man, like the old horror creature?
I don't know, because that was supposed to be like a whole, like, when Universal did like the whole like Mummy thing, like with Tom Cruise. That was their way of starting like a monster cinematic universe. So I think they were planning to do that Invisible Man. So I think this is like something completely different.
Well, they should have named it something different if it was supposed to be different. Because that's the vibe I got. I'm like, is this just based off of that guy?
I've never seen that, so I don't know. I've never seen the original Invisible Man.
I think the only other name option is See-Through Guy, and I don't think that's as catchy as Invisible Man.
Yeah.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong.
What was the movie with Kevin Bacon where he was invisible? Can you remember?
Oh, Hollow Man.
Hollow Man. That's what I was thinking of.
I remember that movie.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I should have not watched that movie as a child.
Dude, there's a lot of movies that you probably shouldn't have watched as a child.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Okay. Wait, no. Okay, I don't know if like we can talk about this kind of stuff on the podcast.
Whatever.
Okay,
we've already gone off the rails.
Okay. So there's a part where he, he's invisible and everything, and there's this lady just sleeping on a chair, and he unbuttons her shirt and exposes one of her boobs.
Is that a thing?
That's not the worst thing I can imagine an Invisible Man doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just, like as a kid, I'm just like, what the hell?
I was like 6.
Yeah.
That just reminds me of people that say, "Oh, I'm gonna marry this ghost. We fell in love," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? It's a ghost. Is there a ghost? You're crazy."
Have either of you seen Scary Movie 2?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it reminds me of that scene with like that girl that won't let that like the ghost that like haunts the mansion. She will not let him go.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm outside on an inside joke.
I
Because I haven't seen that movie yet.
Dude, it's so
Through the
funny.
fucking ceiling.
I'm kind of laughing just to feel included.
Okay, one of the funniest jokes to me, just really quickly in that movie, Sydney is driving, and you know that song that I think it's like the high school song, like "As We Go On, We'll Remember All the Times We Had Together." So she's singing that, and all of a sudden the radio or the lady singing it jumps in. And she's like, "Hey, can you please shut the f up and let me sing?" And then she's like, "Ahem," and starts singing again. It's so funny.
Is that on Netflix? I'm gonna watch that now. It's been so long.
I know. It is.
I think it is. I hope it is.
Yeah.
Because I want to watch that again now.
You could just watch the 3 Scream movies that are all on there now.
Netflix is killing my dreams lately. They're like, okay, here's Men in Black 2, but we're not gonna give you anything else. And I'm like, what if you've never seen it? You can't just start with 2.
Alright, so after that, we got our, so after The Invisible Man, we got our first little teaser for Halloween Kills. I still hate that name, but if it is going to be called that, I guess I can accept it. So, there's not really a lot to say about this, because it's just like quick, like one-shots of like behind the scenes stuff. I didn't really catch like some of the audio. I think like they're shouting out, "Have you seen him?" Or aren't they saying like, "Have you seen him?" Are they shouting that?
I don't remember them shouting at all.
Really? Maybe I watched a different trailer.
I think you might have watched something different.
All right. But I mean, it was cool. You know, like we got a couple glimpses of Michael Myers, which of course is awesome. And then the ending was Jamie Lee Curtis looking at the camera. I think she's like in a gurney, and she's just like, "Happy Halloween." That was pretty cool. So little teaser, but I loved it, and I can't wait for this movie.
I wish they had called
What
it
do you two
Halloween
think?
Ends and not Halloween Kills. That would have made more sense because it's the end, right? This is the last movie.
Well, no, the next one after this one is called Halloween Ends.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Surprise!
It's better than Halloween H2O.
Like,
I mean-
love all the Halloween and I love all the Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's like when Nightmare on Elm Street was Freddy versus Jason versus a shark, and I'm like, why?
I still think they should have called the new Halloween H40 instead of just Halloween, because so many people are going to be confused.
Yeah, you think?
Like, seriously, like they're just like, "Oh, you want to watch Halloween? Which Halloween? Halloween? Well, do you mean the original or like the 2018 one? Because
Or the Rob Zombie.
we don't talk about those."
Those didn't happen.
Block those
I'm
out.
kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't hate the first one. I hate the second one. That's what I love about Face ID. All right. So after that, unless either of you guys have anything else to add,
I don't think so.
Jamie Lee Curtis is killing it, even though she's like 70.
she is.
Yeah,
Say
she-
that.
Yeah, she's freaking great.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm still going opening weekend, and you're coming.
Gosh damn it. I don't want to go opening weekend.
Why? You know you want to see Michael Myers die.
I'm sure I'll go.
But he's not
Probably
going
opening
to.
weekend, but I'm sure
Yeah,
I'll
they'll
be there
probably-
somewhere.
So So the real question is, will they kill Laurie in this one, or will they probably kill her in Halloween Ends?
They'll do it in Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause-
I'm willing to bet you.
Yeah.
They're
'Cause
gonna
I don't
let
think
her
they're
be
gonna kill off
badass
Michael
one more
Myers.
movie, and then they'll kill her.
Yeah. I just kind of like want them both to die side by side.
I agree with that.
That'd be kind of cool.
They're in a Mexican standoff holding pistols in the middle of the street, and they both shoot each other at the exact same time, and then black screen. There is no more.
Have you learned nothing? You know that you have to burn.
That is the perfect
Jason.
ending to the Halloween franchise.
Nope.
That is how
New
you end it.
rules.
Not how we end. It should have been how we ended it in the Halloween Returns Dreamcast we made.
Yes. There we go. See,
That's the perfect ending to the Halloween. not tooting our own horn.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna
to
say, don't mean to brag, but
I mean, if you have to burn them, just like flamethrowers. Not that
See,
expensive.
there you
Tesla
go.
flamethrower.
Yeah. That's why I still always question about like Halloween 4. Like they never like touch upon like how Dr. Loomis or Michael Myers survived that huge explosion in the hospital, and like Dr. Loomis just has like this medium-sized scar on his face. I'm like, you'd have burns all over your damn body after that.
I feel
Not
like
in the movie world.
There's some
True.
Back to the Future shit happening, and that whole timeline didn't even take place. No one knows about that.
Alright, so moving on to our... Okay, sorry, I've already watched this stuff. Let's move on to our main event of the evening.
Let's do it.
Time for the main event.
It's main event time.
Let's play a game.
Alright, so before we start with our main event of the evening, which will be the All Bros and Beef Skanks breakdown of Rocketman, we have a couple of comments from the bros. Caleb posted a question asking what was their favorite song from the movie?
Yeah, favorite song, and if they couldn't decide on a song, what was their favorite outfit from this movie?
So many to choose from.
Yeah. So the first one we got was from superheroes.internet, and he said probably Rocketman.
Genius.
And I was like, yeah, it's kind of hard to disagree.
Yeah.
And then our other... Oh, wait, we got it. Then another comment that we got was from the Warm Up podcast, which I started listening to today, and I'm a little pissed off.
Why?
Because I have, like, 16 or 17 podcasts I listen to, and now I have, like, 18. Because of that. It's irritating. Like, the people that, like, that follow us need to stop releasing good shit. It's irritating.
Everybody could stop being so productive and great. That would make my life easier,
Right.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, they just agreed with superheroes.internet.
Can't really argue with him though. Like,
Yeah. And then the last comment we got was from RYE Smile Films. And they said, hands down, the Saturday Night is alright for fighting sequence.
Yes.
The coolest that song has ever been. Great transition from young to adult. Second place is Your Song, the best actor promo video for Taron.
yeah, I completely agree.
I completely
yeah.
agree with your song.
Yeah, this soundtrack, dude, was freaking killer.
It really was. And I love that because didn't Rami Malek, did he sing any of the Freddie Mercury songs, or did they just... That was an honest question.
That's a stupid question.
Okay, no. Didn't he like originally sing some, but they're like, you know what, you don't sound enough like Freddie Mercury, so we're just going to put it in over your voice.
No. He sang some of it, like,
yeah.
not really.
I think the thing...
Like, they kind of got some of the riffing stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm not completely dumb.
with Bohemian Rhapsody, I think he did a lot of, like you said, and there was like 2 or 3 other guys that they all mixed together to just like generate Freddie Mercury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff they just threw in Freddie's old tapes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now I'm thinking, because I'm trying to remember, because I want to say when it, I know you haven't seen Straight Outta Compton, right?
No, I've not.
Okay.
That
Have either of you two seen Straight Outta Compton?
Yes, that was a good one. I cry every time. It's so good.
It is. I agree. So I'm trying. Do either of you know if like they just took audio from like the original NWA, or if like any of the actors actually did sing most of the songs?
I think they did a little bit of both. I know Ice Cube's son, I'm pretty sure that was him because he's more Ice Cube than Ice Cube is, and that is weird to me.
You're not wrong. He was fantastic.
Absolutely.
As his father. Like, whoever decided that, like, they deserve an award
You
for
get a gold star.
casting O'Shea Jackson. Yeah, gold star.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get down to the breakdown.
Let's do it.
I could have worded that better, but I'm
You
not
could
going to.
have, but
Gonna
it's
roll with it.
okay.
So, for those of you that are new to our breakdown system, we split the movies into 8 different categories that we grade. We've split it into story, writing, acting, character development, effects, the music, the costumes, and then just give it an overall genre grade, which we decided is a dramatic musical. And then at the end of this, we have like a final grade.
This is going to be very interesting with 4 people.
Yep, so we're all going to have to agree on a grade.
Someone's dying next door.
No, they're not. Shut up. Okay, so first off, let's start with story.
My opinion is pretty solid.
You're not going to read the synopsis like we do
duh.
every week, Rose?
Sorry, I forgot. Okay.
He's like, you get an A.
Damn it.
Next.
I'd sum it up like that. There we go. All right. I'm killing it this episode. Like,
Dude, like, we've done this, like, how many times?
I just love the story so much I forgot to read it. I'm sorry.
You're just like, freaking nailed it.
Yeah. All right. Dressed in a flamboyant devil's outfit, Elton John enters an addiction rehabilitation session, recounting his life in a flashback. The bitch is back. Yeah, that was a very interesting like jump into it. I'm like, okay, so this is what we're getting from this movie. Okay, it's definitely different than how they did the music in Bohemian Rhapsody and Straight Outta Compton, but for Elton John, it worked.
Oh yeah.
Young Reginald Dwight grows up in 1950s Britain, raised by his unaffectionate mother, Sheila, and more loving grandmother, Ivy. Reginald is interested in music and hopes to perform for his father, Stanley, who takes no interest in his son nor his talent. And this leads into the song, I Want Love. Yeah, I wanted to cry when he asked his father, so when are you going to hug me? That was depressing.
Dude, that was so sad. Oh, like, I mean, my dad wasn't affectionate, like that affectionate either, but I mean, at least he hugged me every once in a while.
I mean, like, if you asked your dad for a hug, would he have hugged you?
Back then, probably. Now, he'd be like, why?
Yeah, that's my dad. He's like, what do you want?
All right. Reginald begins piano lessons, making his way into the Royal Academy of Music. Stanley abandons his family after Sheila has an affair. Reginald develops interest in rock music and begins performing in local pubs, which leads into the song Saturday Night's Alright. As an adult, Reginald joins the band Bluesology, which is hired to play backup for a touring American soul band. One of its singers recommends that Reginald write songs and put his old life behind him if he wants to become a famous artist. I know they like said that line in the trailer, but I think it's just such a cool line. In order to be the person you want to be, you have to kill the person that you were meant to be.
Dude, I've been thinking about that quote forever, and it's still like messing with my head.
Really?
Dude, because I'm like that is the kind of shit that bothers me when I'm driving all day at work. Like, I walk through I'm like, you need to kill, and then I mess up the quote like a lot, so that's probably has to do with what drives me mad.
You're good.
But yeah, like that's a quote that like I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna go listen to something else. I can't sit in silence, it hurts my brain.
Oh, I can't either, dude. I feel you there. All right. Shit, I lost my place.
Gosh damn it.
Sorry. This inspires Reginald to change his name to Elton John. Elton being the name of the saxophonist of Bluesology, and John being adapted from the Beatles' John Lennon. And I actually looked up like what's not true in this movie. That is not how he decided to go with the last name John. Like, he didn't just look at a picture of the Beatles and be like, Elton John. That's...
How'd he pick John, though?
I forgot. But that's not the way he did it.
Rose, if you're going to correct someone, you need to have all the information.
Just go to Rocketman's IMDb page. It's on there.
Drop some facts on you.
Yeah, partial facts.
Yeah. I loved the part when they're driving in their van and Elton's Reginald. He's just like, hey Elton, I'm thinking about changing my name to Elton. He's like, well, why would you do that? And he's like, I don't know. I just think it'd be cool. What do you think? He's like, I don't effing think so, or something like that. Just the way he reacts, I thought it was so freaking funny.
The comedy hits were pretty good in this movie.
They were. Yeah. They mostly hit like that every time. Elton being... Oh, I already read that. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Elton begins writing music and tries finding success with Dick James, record label DJM Records, under the management of Ray Williams. Williams introduces Elton to lyricist Bernie Taupin. They form a friendship, which leads into Border Song, and moves into a flat together to work on their songs. When Elton admits he is homosexual, he ends his romantic relationship with their landlady, and he and Bernie are evicted. And she really blew up on him, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, I don't know what I was going to say. I do that
Different times, though.
What?
I said different time.
Yeah, no kidding.
A lot of bullshit back then. Gosh damn it, quit working!
It's like a freaking train horn. Alright. Elton and Bernie move in with Elton's grandmother, his mother, and her significant other, where they continue writing and create Your Song. Which, I love that song so much.
Did anyone else think that Elton's mother kind of sucked?
Kinda sucked.
Yeah.
She was a demon.
She was.
Yeah. I mean, but Bryce Dallas Howard killed it.
Dude, she totally did. Like, at the end of this movie, I hated her.
Yeah, I
hated his dad more.
His dad, they really made them the villains, for sure.
When he shows up at his dad's house and sees his new family, I'm just like, no.
Oh my
Burn
god.
it down. Burn it to the ground.
Sorry, we're skipping ahead. But yeah, with that scene when Elton's like, yeah, I guess, it was good that you got a second chance, Dad, and I hope you appreciate it. I'm like, damn. Yeah. This is so depressing. Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm on their team. He should have burned down the house.
He really should have. He's got the money for it. He's got the money to be able to cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
At that point, yeah.
I mean, why would he want to, though?
True.
Freaking brag about that shit.
Okay, so really quick, I want to get your guys' opinion with Your Song. Did it seem like, I don't know, the way he was looking at Elton, did it seem like Bernie was thinking, like, you know what, maybe I could go the other way for Elton? At least that's the way it looked. Because I know, like, when they're sitting on the rooftop, he's like, dude, I love you like a brother, but I'm not gay. But I don't know, in that scene, it seemed like he was about to switch for Elton.
It seemed like he
did you
considered
hear the
it.
song?
Yeah.
True.
He considered it.
Okay, well, yeah. But, it was the song, but just, like, the look in his face.
I think he considered it, and then for a split second, he was like, no, like, this is platonic. Like, this is your song, and it's about us, but it's platonic.
Right.
All right. So James sets up a performance for them at the Troubadour? I can read.
Troubadour.
Okay, I was right.
Famous
In Los Angeles. It was so cool how they portrayed Los Angeles in this movie. At least, like, for the time period it was in. Oh, it looks so beautiful. Elton is nervous before his troubadour debut, but the audience eagerly embraces his performance, which leads into Crocodile Rock. I thought it was really funny when he's hiding in the bathroom, and like the guy that like signs in, he's like, "You promised me like 3 performances. You get out here, you son of a bitch," or something. It's like, damn,
Dude, the businessmen keep it real.
they really do. Elton is overjoyed by his success, but feels abandoned when Bernie leaves him at a party to spend time with a woman, which leads into Tiny Dancer. My favorite Elton John song of all time. I love Tiny Dancer, and I love the way they portrayed it in this movie. It's fantastic. He is approached by John Reed, a music manager.
Oh
and
gosh, I hate John.
They sleep together and reunite later, which leads into Take Me to the Pilot. And I want to say that this was the first gay sex scene that's ever been portrayed in like a musical, I think.
In a musical?
I think so. I think I read that somewhere.
Is there one across the universe?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I
Dude,
feel like,
Which that's awesome. Like,
I feel like
Brielle.
there's
Kudos to
probably
them.
more. Does Rocky Horror count?
This is not really a
oh, that's a
Because Frank and
Frankenfurter.
yeah, Frank and Dude, they were doing it in the scene.
Him and
I've never seen
not
that
Janet,
movie, so
the guy. What's his name?
I would.
Yeah,
I
I
would
think of his name.
Janet's husband.
You guys
I
love
want to make sure
musicals.
that I'm getting
I
this.
feel like
Gay guys
even
love
more.
musicals. My goodness.
Oh,
So I went to go see this in theaters with Brielle. And when that scene came on, and like she has a huge crush on Richard Madden.
why he's a dick?
I know, not on his character as
I
he
know.
went through. She just as like for the person. And yeah, she leaned over to me what during like that scene and just says like, you know, if he offered himself to me, I would accept.
Oh God.
And I leaned over to her and I was like, I probably would too.
everybody gets one out. Mine's Hannah Hart.
Yeah, like my cheat list, or so my cheat list and my wife's cheat list, exactly the same.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I think it is very uneven. There's a lot more guys on that list than women. Yeah.
So I just found this out. For the longest time, they were actually trying to get this movie made to be a PG-13 movie, and Elton John straight up said, "I didn't live a PG-13 life, guys. Like this movie has to be rated R."
Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed.
I respect that.
Yeah, I do too. That's really funny. Dang it, I'm not seeing it now. Wait, maybe it's under spoilers.
What are you looking for?
How it said that this was like the first like openly gay like sex scene that's ever been in like a musical. But I mean, I could be wrong because what they said about Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'll probably find it after we record, and I'm like, shit.
It could be Rocky Horror, it could not, because Brad wasn't gay. Maybe they're thinking like two guys that are both identifying as gay are in this sex scene, but Brad was just overcome by alien space magic.
I gotta watch this movie. Alright, so Reed's influence over Elton launches a downward spiral into a life of debauchery. Please tell me I said that right. Okay.
Yep.
Even as his career rises to new heights, which leads into Hercules and Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Yeah, that was quite an interesting part where he gets like distracted when they're doing Don't Go Breaking My Heart, and the guy in the studio, he's just like, okay, do we only need to like take 5, or do I need to like go out and get a drink? He's just like, you need to go out and get a drink, pal.
Dude, I couldn't even imagine being that open with anyone. Like, I've gotten texts before, and I'm just kind of like, I need to go do chores.
I need to go
Oh
mop
my
the
gosh.
ceiling. I can't be here for this conversation.
All right. Elton develops a flamboyant, over-the-top stage persona and becomes one of the most successful artists of the 1970s, which leads into Honky Cat. Reed's manipulation increases into outright abuse after becoming Elton's manager. Reed insists that Elton come out to his parents as gay, so Elton reconnects with his father, who still displays no interest in him. Unhappy and hurt, Elton calls his mother and tells her he is gay. She informs him that she already knew, but tells Elton he will be forever unloved. That, broke my heart. That was so damn.
Dude, that freaking sucked. Like, I thought it was going to be like a sweet moment when she says she already knew,
Yeah, I
and
was
then
like,
she throws
"Aw."
in that last, and I'm like, ugh.
You're just like, aw. Oh. That's how I felt.
Dude, I think I openly exclaimed in the theater, I'm like, that bitch!
I got up off my couch. I started looking for a box of matches. I was like, we gotta go. Get in the car.
All right, struggling with parental issues as well as Reed's increasing physical and emotional abuse, Elton becomes addicted to alcohol, cocaine, cannabis, shopping, and sex. Elton consumes large amounts of drugs and alcohol to escape his pain and loneliness, but his mood swings and short temper alienate his friends, which leads into Pinball Wizard.
Holy shit, dude. This song was crazy.
Yeah, it was. Damn. He catches Reed cheating on him with another man and breaks off their relationship. Yeah, that was quite interesting. That'd be very interesting. Just walk out by your pool. Oh, look, my boyfriend's giving a blowjob, or he's getting a blowjob.
He's getting one.
Sorry, he's getting a blowjob. My bad. Sorry,
Yeah.
didn't mean to slurp those words.
Context is everything in this situation, Rose.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to mix up those words. I apologize. So, during a party, Elton binges on drugs and alcohol and attempts suicide by jumping into his pool. Okay, so this was an awesome scene, but just the words that he says before he jumps in, he's like, "For my next trick, I'm gonna kill myself." Okay. I didn't even know how to respond to that part. I'm like,
Dude, no one did.
yeah, you're not wrong.
I know it was for drama and shit, but there was no one that jumped in the pool after him.
Yeah.
There really was.
I mean, but that whole part, yeah. I mean, that whole part though, when they're dancing, but they're all floating down to save him. But I don't know, just the way that, because this is incorporated into Rocketman, and I don't know, that whole scene was just really cool, how they were able to do that.
The whole underwater thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that was very artistic. Dude, I don't understand. This is a minor gripe with the movie, but I can't stay underwater. If I'm having a who can hold their breath the longest competition with my brothers,
Yeah.
I always float back to the top. I can't sink down to save my life. That's an odd choice of words.
I can't
yeah,
sink down to save my life.
Yeah, I can't stay under, beneath the water very long without, floating back up.
Well, I mean, maybe if you think about it, this was all in his head, so I'm sure he was only halfway into the water. He couldn't have been able to float down all the way to the bottom. So I'm sure he was only halfway into the pool. He never reached the bottom, I'm assuming, because this is all in his head.
Okay, fair enough.
So, was he actually in a pool for shooting, or did they have him on strings? Because I saw some behind the scenes of them rehearsing the dancers and stuff, and they're obviously in a studio, but I didn't know if they had him on green screens on a pulley system, and they just put everything around him after he went into the pool.
That's a good question.
I feel like that would have to be done on strings.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I got a good 4 seconds before I run out of air, and die.
Because I think it's not the best safety idea to add weights to Taron Egerton's clothes.
It's
I think
cheaper
the
if
way
we put you in a
that like
pool.
everyone was like floating down,
Yeah.
I don't think you could do that with water.
That's true. You couldn't.
I think like what they would have done is maybe have that kid on the piano underwater for real,
Yeah.
and then everyone else like the green screen and wires.
Dude, I'd hate to be the cleanup crew for that. You know, you put the piano down there, you get the kid in there, chilling for like 30 seconds. Okay, let's clean up, guys.
Dude, I'd be pissed.
But my thing was like,
like, hey.
what's his name? Taron Egerton.
Mhm.
He had like the bubbles on his face.
Yeah.
Like you could see that he was like underwater, but nothing else did.
Nothing else had bubbles on it.
Yeah, like a little kid, and like so it looked like that was all shot green screen, and like he actually shot some of those scenes underwater.
I mean, if he wasn't on strings or he wasn't like on green screen or anything, they could have shot him from underneath in water. Like I know they've done that before. They just fill up a giant glass pool, whatever, and they shoot from underneath. So even though it looks like he's falling into the pool deeper and deeper, he's actually floating to the top.
Yeah.
Movie magic.
Yeah.
I'm learning like tricks I never knew about.
I
I didn't know that.
Well, it's just stuff you have got to think about a little harder than like 3 seconds, Rose.
Apparently, I don't think hard enough. Sorry.
I mean, that's how they did. What is the movie? The Golden Brick Road, and why can't I think of it? Wizard of Oz.
You mean Wizard of Oz?
The sky in the Wizard of Oz, when they're doing Munchkin Land, and the blue sky, it looks kind of like dirty, like the clouds are coming, was actually, it was a glass bottom pool, and they put dirt at the bottom, and that's how they did the skywriting. So they shot from underneath and made it look like a plane was on the sky, but it was really just a pool of water and some dirt in the bottom.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Mind blown.
Glitter everywhere.
Did any of you guys hear about like the whole like controversy with like there was what was it? There was like a story going around that during the part where all 4 of them are like starting to skip down the yellow brick road, you can actually see it looks like there's someone hanging in the background.
It's a munchkin. He killed himself.
Someone's. So was that ever confirmed that like there was someone actually like hanging there, or was that just a?
I think it was.
Was it like a real person, or was it like drawn or something?
No, it was actually there, but like some people were saying like, oh, like a munchkin that like basically hated working on the set hung himself.
I think that's the story that was made up, that it was like a munchkin on set and he hated himself, but I think it was actually like a munchkin like in the crew in the background, and it just looked like that. I don't think he actually killed himself, like shadows or something in the background, and it was like, what, the 30s? So they were like, okay guys, let's shoot. There's 18 people still in the set, but it's cool.
Yeah.
You don't have to move, it's fine. Put that ladder somewhere.
Yeah, I remember that going around and like freaked me out. I'm like, please tell me this isn't true, because I don't think I can watch the Wizard of Oz the same way ever again.
Dude, I thought
If
you
you
guys were
try to
talking
buy it
about like
now,
a real
that scene's cut
munchkin, like
They, fudged
in the
it out
movie,
background.
like movie continuity wise, that it was a real munchkin. I'd be like, yeah, I'd probably want to do that too after singing those songs all the damn time.
Dude, kind of like how in the Addams Family Values, I never caught on that when they're arriving at camp, there's a scene when I think Wednesday is talking to like the main girl. You can see Pugsley putting a noose around his neck in the background. It's so funny.
Yes.
The Addams Family's just freaking great.
Just not the new one.
What?
Just not the new one.
Oh, the animated?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, it has its pros and cons. Alright. So Elton descends further into a life of drugs, alcohol, and loneliness, which goes into the song Benny and the Jets. He has a short-lived marriage with a close female friend, Renee, but his homosexuality dooms this relationship, which leads into Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. He falls out with his mother and Bernie, which leads into Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word. Elton's dependence on prescription pills and alcohol result in a heart attack. Realizing his life is out of control, Elton seeks help, which leads into Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. He enters rehabilitation and realizes he no longer needs support from his parents or Reed. Elton rekindles his friendship with Bernie, who brings him new lyrics. Elton is worried that he cannot perform or compose without alcohol or drugs, but writes I'm Still Standing and returns to a successful career. The epilogue notes that Elton has been sober for over 28 years, but still has issues with shopping. That was pretty funny. He remains good friends with Bernie and is married to David Furnish, with whom he has 2 children and is finally loved properly.
Damn right.
Yeah.
I liked how they slowed down the I'm Still Standing song and
I
didn't
did
go
too.
exactly with what they did. Because Terrence sang that in Sing.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool, like, full circle kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I like the how they recreated the music video.
Yeah, that was so awesome. That was such a great way to end it.
Yeah, it was awesome. So how do we think the story worked as a whole? So this is out of 100.
I know you have a lot of feelings about this, so I'll let you go.
No, you guys talk first. What do you guys think?
I really dug it. It wasn't a perfect story, though.
I can agree with Caleb, and I'm kind of just going, I'm going to go, this kind of like leads into like the music part, but I did like that, like instead of like how with like Straight Outta Compton and Bohemian Rhapsody, the music was only in like when they actually did performances. I liked with Rocketman, they incorporated it into the story, and I think that worked very well for Elton John's story.
Well, that's more of a music thing
I
than
know, but
story. So how does the story work, Rose?
It still works with the story, okay, Albers? So kiss my ass.
Dude, I've gotten flipped off a lot this episode.
Because you're being an asshole. Stop being an asshole and we won't have this problem.
Well,
That's
do
that's
that.
too that's too hard for you.
Can't do that.
Putting too much pressure on you, buddy.
You're asking me to change myself.
I mean,
I
like 85 for me.
You said
That's not
85?
bad. What do you guys think?
I would agree.
I know you wanted more of after sobriety.
Well, it left me, like, wanting more, like, the whole reason, like, Elton John's story is interesting is because he was friends with, like, Princess Diana, and maybe it's just because that was, like, while we were alive.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't alive in the 70s, sorry. But I feel like that part, like, that's what I wanted to know about was, like, his marriage and, like, his friendship with her, because obviously, super famous performance of, Candle in the Wind.
Yes.
Yeah? Is that right? Is that right?
I think so.
Where he, like, changed the words and stuff, like, that's super famous, and, like, that's how I know Elton John.
Right.
So, it left me, like, I wanted more from the story, but I also felt like it jumped from plot point to plot point. A little bit.
It did. It did do quite a bit of jumping
did.
around.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly didn't expect them to start it off when he was a kid.
Right.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I already thought that we were starting when he was an adult. So the fact that it opens up as him as a kid, I'm like, what? Okay.
I think I said the same thing. I was like, who is this kid? Did you read the wrong movie?
Okay, this is kind of like maybe it was just on Blu-ray. It's kind of like an audio kind of thing. But for when I first started watching the movie, the lip syncing to the audio seemed off.
It was a
It
little
was?
off. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not losing my mind. Because I even looked that up on Google. I'm like, am I losing my mind? But no one touched upon it. Okay, phew.
I don't think I noticed it.
I didn't even.
I didn't pay attention to any issue with this one.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe
But we
Caleb
streamed
was
it.
just anal about this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we streamed it.
The leap. The only issue that I had with like the leap from when he was like a kid to an adult was just like, you mean to tell me that nothing interesting happened for like a really long time?
Yeah.
Nothing interesting happened in his teens. Nothing interesting happened in his like earlier 20s, or I don't know at what point they were like adult.
I feel like
Well, wasn't he supposed to be 23? I want to say they said 23.
Did they say 23 or something?
They might have said
Something
23.
like that.
I think they did. So I think like they cut from like probably when he was like 14 to I would assume he was probably like 20, 21.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have to watch it again, but I want to say that they did say that in the movie for most of it, or like at least before like he starts hitting like the drugs and alcohol and stuff, he is like about 23, 24.
Okay.
I feel like the only point that him being a kid at the beginning of the movie, like that whole plot right there, was just to like show us, like, hey, look how shitty this kid's life is, and make us care about like, how different his future is going to be in the next scene. You know what I mean?
I can agree with that. Like he was honestly like
Yeah.
basically when he was a little kid, it was just to show, oh, this is how he decided to pick up the piano. This is why he started
he's
playing.
feeling this way, why he hates his family, and so on, and leads into his addiction and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I feel like with a lot of these, like Bohemian Rhapsody and with this one, there's a lot of like natural talent, and I think that kind of pisses me off. Like a lot. And that might just be because I suck at any instrument that I pick up.
Dude, why do you think I chose choir?
I was in
Dude,
band
I couldn't
for
do
8
choir.
Wait,
years.
actually, the reason why I chose choir was because you know how in junior high we had to take one of 3?
That was bullshit.
I know, right? That was so stupid. Coming from California to that, I'm like, this is so retarded. But yeah, when they're just like, oh, you can do band, orchestra, or choir. And I think like my parents were just like, okay, which one's free? So that's how I got suckered into choir for 3 years of my life.
That's how I got sucked into orchestra.
You played a mean violin, though.
Our band was our choir.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Dude, I was in beginner's orchestra for 3 years.
Dude, I honestly still remember like seeing you in the halls, like carrying around your violin. You look so cute.
I'm going to punch you in the face.
That was pretty great.
Yeah, but I mean, my brother plays that way. So he plays by ear. And it is frustrating being related to somebody who can do it. So I can see where like the audience might be like, well, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I hate that stuff. Like it just aggravates me to no end. But that's like a personal gripe. So I'm not going to dock the movie for that.
My brain isn't good enough to pick that up. I can't play anything. Can't do anything. Nope.
So, what are we thinking with like the score on the story?
They give it an 85. I give it a 90.
I'll agree with 85, I think. Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Caleb?
I'm sitting around an 85 as well.
Damn.
Should we bump it up a little?
You're overruled.
Outvoted. You are the weakest link.
We can do 86. Average it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Tackle the score.
Yeah, I need my 1 point. I need it.
All right, 86 it is. Maybe it'd help if I was on the freaking page.
That would probably help.
All right, next we got writing. And I feel the writing was pretty strong. There wasn't any like dialogue that felt weird.
No, yeah. I agree
No, I mean the only part that I felt weird was just like when he like, as a little kid, he comes to his father. When are you gonna hug me? And
Yeah.
what does the father say? Like, don't be. What does he say? Crap.
I I feel like he called him like
Do you guys
a fruit or something. He was like, "Don't be a fruit." I don't know, something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. And I'm just like, damn. Show a little compassion, asshole.
I wish that
Yeah.
the writing they would have. So like, obviously, it jumps back and forth between his life story and him being in rehab. I wish that they had did a better job of connecting that sooner. Because at first I was like, wait, like, he was just on stage and now he's talking to his group, like, what's happening? I felt like I missed something. And of course, like,
Yeah, I definitely agree on that.
Yeah, I thought for the longest time that it was like a thing that was just constantly going on. I didn't think of this as like one session.
Yeah. I thought he
Yeah.
was imagining this. I was like, is he, like, talking to himself? Is this him sitting inside his brain having this conversation?
Yeah.
I'll admit though, that was probably like my favorite outfit of the whole movie because like the way he's just like strutting and like just walking in, I'm like, Elton John, you're such a badass.
Yeah, I have a lot of things to say about the costumes.
Or should I say Taron Egerton, you're a badass? I don't know if I can really say Elton.
Elton's a badass.
Well, yeah, no, Elton John is a badass, but since it was Taron Egerton, so should I say Taron Egerton is a badass?
I don't know what you saw. I saw nothing but Elton.
True. Very true.
Elton all day.
Mhm.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So, there were some flaws in the writing. Definitely. What are you guys thinking?
I say 70.
I've heard of 70.
70, I think, is our consensus.
I think some things could have been moved around to make it flow just a little bit better.
Yeah.
I can agree with 70.
I can do that. Yeah, 70's pretty fair.
Yeah.
The bouncing around did get confusing.
It really did.
So, alright, cool. 70. 70 it is. Alright, acting. So we're going to grade Taron Egerton, who played Elton John, Jamie Bell, who played his friend Bernie, and Richard Madden, who played John Reed.
Also known as the Dick.
Yeah. Alright, so let's just start off with John. Or with Richard Madden as John Reed.
I want to give him a negative score just because he's such an asshole, but he played an asshole so good.
Agreed.
Yeah. Like, if this was like just a character thing, I would totally agree with giving him a negative score.
Right.
He's really good at being an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he actually did pretty good
He did.
in the role.
Yeah.
I do feel like there was a lot of just some things that were off with him. And I think it was when he was being abusive. I think the dude's just like, Richard Madden is just a nice guy. And I don't think he plays mean very well.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely
At least,
tried his
well,
best.
not mean, because he was being like an asshole perfect. It was just,
The physical
The
part
physical
of it. Yeah, it just didn't
part, it
feel
just-
like it.
yeah.
Alright, I can agree with that.
Yeah, he was being mean.
What do you guys
but
think?
He didn't have a mean face on. He was trying really hard.
Well, I think they were trying to portray him, like, as a psychopath
Yeah.
a little bit. Like, a little bit. Maybe that's not the right word. But they're trying to portray him as, like, maybe, like...
Manipulative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. I can see him trying to manipulate him for the money and the fame and the drugs and everything else that came
Right.
with it.
But it is also from Elton John's perspective.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I want to say, on... Oh, wait, no, that was for the dad. Never mind. Saw somewhere on IMDb that, one of, so with Elton John's dad, one of his sons from his second marriage was so pissed off at how his dad was portrayed in this movie. He's just like, that is not how my dad was at all. This is bullshit. And
Yeah, because he got all the attention.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, speaking of the dad, okay, that scene where Elton's like driving away, is it just me, or was that kid too old to be picked up like that?
That kid was way
A
too
little
old
bit
to
too
get
old.
picked up like
Yeah.
that.
That kid
It's
was
like,
like
oh my
13.
god, that kid's like gotta be like 8 or 9. Like, you cannot pick up a kid that old.
I mean,
It just
apparently
looks
you
awkward.
can. It just looks weird.
Yeah, you can. It's just gonna look very awkward.
You can piggyback a 13-year-old. You can't just pick up and put a 13-year-old on your hip and call it a day.
It's weird.
You might as well put him in one of those
Yeah.
baby chest carriers and walk around the grocery store. What the hell? Put him down!
Holy shit. Yeah, that... Dude, Brielle even said something about that. She's just like, how old do you think that kid is?
Too old!
And I'm like,
Too
too
old,
old.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not
exactly.
the only one that got a little irritated by that.
Anyway, John Reed. What are we thinking with him?
75?
I give him a 60.
You think?
He could have had an angry face better.
Damn.
I have
I don't know.
true RBF, and so I'm like, step it up, man, come on.
Well, see, my thing is, like, I think it's down to, like, his character development
Yeah,
rather than his acting skills. Does that make sense?
that makes sense.
So, I feel like
Alright.
you can direct somebody to have different facial expressions. I feel like that was, like, the angle they were going for.
I can see that. But you can't direct somebody to make the forehead vein come out. Because it's rare that you see my forehead vein.
I don't know. Have
But
you
it's
seen...
real.
Did you see The Red Wedding in Game of Thrones?
I have not watched anything from the Dragon Show.
The Dragon Show.
Glad I'm not the only one.
I am the 1%. We are the 1%.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
This is unfortunate. Can we finish Sex and the City first?
Damn.
So you say 60.
You want to meet in the middle?
70?
We give it a 70.
Yeah.
I'd actually go a little higher than that.
I would too.
What do you think?
I'm thinking 85. Because he
85.
was pretty solid.
He was. Can you guys go with 80?
I can live with 80.
Cool with that.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Are we just, like, too nice to these people?
I'm starting to think we are.
Those poor actors with all the money and stress.
Yeah, we're like, they did their best. Alright, next is Jamie Bell, who played Bernie. And I can't understand my handwriting. That's why I'm only saying his first name.
That's okay. I can't.
Bernie
either.
Taupin?
When it comes to my
Taupin's his
handwriting,
name.
not yours. Okay, I honestly had no idea that this was Jamie Bell until I saw the credits because I'm not used to him with long hair. So, am I the only one that was like that?
I actually did recognize him
Oh,
from
okay.
Fan Four Stick.
I try to forget that movie, so
I recognize him from playing, crap, there's a show on Hulu about the assassination of JFK, and he played Harvey.
Oh, Lee
Yeah.
Harvey Oswald?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he did a really good job in that, so I liked him pretty much in everything after that. He won me over. So, I liked him in this. I thought he
He's-
did a good job.
he is a really good actor.
He
Mhm.
is.
Just sucks that he had to be in such a bad movie.
Yeah.
But I feel that way with a lot of that cast. You know, Miles Teller.
Hey, at least he got, like, all rocked up.
Yeah,
True.
absolutely.
Just would have been nice if he had pants.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
freaking gross.
Honestly, in my
I
opinion,
didn't
Jamie
need to
Bell
think
can do
about
no
what
wrong.
the thing...
Yeah. He's a good one.
So what are we thinking with him?
I would say 95. I love Jamie Bell, though, so maybe don't take my... He's on that list we talked about earlier for me.
Just a little Jamie Bell bias, just a little bit.
I think.
I mean, I'm that way with Jeremy Renner, so it's all good.
I
That man can do no wrong, in my opinion.
I like 95. Everything I've seen him in, I've never been disappointed. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like at 90. Like he was good. There was just some scenes that just I don't know. Like when I think my biggest issue was with the scene where he was kind of ditching Elton to hang out with that chick.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, like just that scene with him felt really weird. But all the other scenes, he was like really good. It was just that one that I was like, eh.
Me personally, I'm sitting at like a 92, 93.
All right, so if we average that around 94,
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right, cool. And then last, but definitely not least, Taron Egerton as Elton John.
100. Fight me.
100. Absolutely 100. I love him.
Have you guys seen Kingsman?
The which one?
The Kingsman?
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Okay.
Missing out.
Yeah, I've heard I really need to see it.
I don't know, just seeing him go from like that to this, I was really impressed.
Yeah.
Although I feel like I feel like Elton John is like flamboyantly gay. I feel like he was not super flamboyant in this movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I can agree with that in some parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think they tried pulling the whole flamboyant stuff with what he was wearing
Yeah.
instead of his
I mean,
personality.
Taron Egerton worked it though. Like,
And
Dude,
he
he
was
freaking
kind of,
killed it.
he was like, this is my outfit, this is my look, this is my brand, this is Elton John. And then outside of that,
Yeah.
when he's at home, he's like, I'm not wearing it, I'm not in my costume right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he did great. He can sing. It's great.
So you say 100?
Yeah.
Okay. I can... Yeah, I'm sorry.
so you both are 100s?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. The boys
Alright,
got
Caleb.
it.
It's all down to you,
I
Caleb.
know. I'm trying to think if I had any issues with him, and I can't think of a damn thing.
In my eyes, he was just as good as Rami Malek was as Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
He's gonna go
Can't
through his
disagree
Twitter
with you
and
on
find
that.
something bad he said 10 years ago and be like, no, 5 points away.
Like, I honestly think that he should be nominated for an Oscar.
And he sang all that?
He did. And he sat in a studio with Elton and sang all that. I love the relationship that they made after the movie.
Oh, that just makes me smile even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Fine, you guys talked me into 100. All right, and that averages out to a 91.3 overall for acting. All right, next category we got is character development, and we just leave this to the one we think had the most, and I think we can all agree that was Elton John.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Bernie. I'm just
I thought it was Grandma.
yes, I completely
She
agree.
never did not support him.
Or freaking Sheila.
Oh, Lord.
Oh yeah. I just want to point out how much Elton was kind of like a smartass, wasn't he, when he was a kid? Like when he first goes to that music school and he starts playing, and the teacher's like, "Well, why'd you stop?" He's like, "Well, that's when you stopped." You're just like, "Damn, kid."
No, he said you didn't finish.
Oh yeah, you didn't finish. I'm like,
well, that was because he plays by ear.
yeah, I know,
He
but
didn't know the rest.
yeah, I know, but honestly, I was expecting her to slap him upside the head.
Well, it's a professional institution, Rose.
I know, but I'm just saying, here, watching that whole scene play out, I'm like, damn, kid.
But it was also England in what was that? The 50s? 60s?
60s.
So they
Yeah, I think it was around there.
beat kids in schools with yardsticks and shit. Was that a thing?
It was
That
called
is
the
true.
Royal Academy, though. I don't think.
Yeah,
they
the
would-
Royal Academy. I feel like they put the kids
Yeah.
in the chokey at nighttime. You don't want me to have
Dude,
kids, I'll buy a chokey.
can say is I'm really grateful I did not grow up during that time, because if you were left-handed, you were screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, why?
Because basically, if you used your left hand at all in school, it would be slapped with a yardstick to where you'd be forced to use your right. You were forced to make your right hand your dominant hand.
What?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, so if you were a left-hander at birth, you were screwed.
That's why all my parents,
So-
all my parents like have. Well, that's why my parents have shitty handwriting. They were forced to use their hands.
Oh, my parents.
Yeah.
Oh.
Our parents grew up in a different time. My dad, I think, went to I was in Catholic school, some churchy school, and they would whack his hand for every math question that he got wrong, and he's like, "Yeah, I got real good at math."
I don't even want to imagine how red my hand would be.
Dude, my hand, I wouldn't have a hand. I'd
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'd have to chop it off. Like, screw this.
Ugh.
I don't think my parents ever had to do that. They were just like our Columbus public all through school and stuff. My dad was smoking a joint in the car in the parking lot, and he wasn't doing anything else.
My dad went to
Dad
Catholic
knows how
school, and
to
there were
live.
still nuns.
Yeah.
He said that they would get spankings if they, they were bad. So it's like, that's crazy. Same Catholic school he sent me to, by the way. But...
And then you look at like schools nowadays where like everything that happens is the teacher's fault. It's never the student's fault anymore.
Right.
It's pretty bullshit.
Or it's
It
never
is
the parents'
bullshit.
fault.
Or if you went to my high school that was gang ridden, the teachers were terrified to open their mouths. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe let's not move to Ohio.
Hey, I was never on board.
I was gonna make you be on board, but never mind.
All right. So, what do we think for Elton John's development?
I honestly say it was pretty solid throughout. It was cool watching him hit his highest, then his lowest, and then watching him work back up to being what he wanted himself to be at the end.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with
Yeah,
that.
it was kind of a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think
all
of
the way
it.
peaked, and then it showed him like the bottom, the absolute bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, watching him hit the like when you think he couldn't go any lower, like they just like punch him down
Yeah.
like, further and further and further. It's just like goodness.
Yeah, Elton's in like the script writing studio, and they're just like, "Okay, was this your lowest?" He's like, "Bitch, hold my beer. It gets worse from here." It's like, just you wait. Ugh.
That's funny.
Yeah, they did a really good job at portraying where his character went.
They did.
So I had like very few issues with it. I don't think it was like 100%.
No,
I'm like
I would agree.
97-ish.
Yeah. I was going to say 98.
I agree with 97, 98. Yeah.
97, okay.
For the time period of him peaking and then going to rehab and getting sober, that storyline, yeah. If you're gonna go full on like after sobriety and everything, it would be good. Definitely.
Yeah. So 97.
Perfect.
Unless you want to like disagree.
No, I completely agree.
All right, cool. Gonna say I'll freaking fight you.
No, I'm thinking of 65.
We see him fly over the table, like, oh no!
All right, next effects. They had a few.
Yeah, that's true. They did. Duh.
It was a lot of like the more artistic-y looking stuff,
Yeah.
like the stuff with the pool.
Yeah, that's like the biggest one that comes to mind.
Are we putting editing in the same category as effects?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
I'd say
this, we
so.
definitely have to.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think they did a really good job editing that together because there were so many transitions and so many different images of him. Yeah. I thought they did a really good job with that.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
That pool scene was just fantastic. I can't get over how good that looked.
It looked really good.
Now I gotta make some phone calls and find out if he was on strings or not. I need to know.
I gotta go watch the Blu-ray special features now and see if they touch upon that at all.
Yeah.
I hope they do.
I know there's a lot of stuff, BTS on YouTube. I fell into a hole one day and I was like, I'm gonna find out everything about this movie.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting one to find out, like just exactly how they pulled that off.
Yeah.
I thought the costuming was.
But everything was. Everything flowed really well, though. So like the editing, I feel was on point. Like we said earlier, the jumping back and forth between like when he was in rehab and talking about his story, and then jumping back to the story, that was a little janky.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So maybe that like puts it down a little bit.
Jumping around so much, I agree with you, but I think editing together all those very short pieces with so much information in them could become very difficult.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So what are we thinking grade-wise?
What do you think?
I give it like a 95.
95 for effects.
Yeah. Just camera quality was really
Close.
good.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. 95.
Yeah. I feel it.
Yeah, I can too. All right, 95 it is. All right. Next up, so this one's out of 10, or so the next two are out of 10. And so music.
10
10.
for me.
Yeah, I'm at a 10.
Yeah, I'm at a 10 too. It's a 10. Music, yeah.
He'll haunt us if we give him anything less.
True. That's very true.
Yeah, it was freaking amazing how they incorporated his music and how they were able to get it to kind of just show what was going on, or explain a little bit what was going on with his life.
Yeah, honestly, the credits hadn't even started rolling before I downloaded the entire soundtrack on Spotify.
I think I tried to download the soundtrack and my phone was like, replace other track, because I had the original and I was like, no!
So everyone in agreement with 10?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, this one's also out of 10. Costumes. The costume department freaking killed
Yeah,
it.
they did.
Yeah, they did.
It's a 10.
I don't know, to me it's another
That's a 10.
That's a lot of sequence. It's a 10.
Yeah, I'm down with the 10.
11.
If only we could do that.
Yeah, my formula isn't set up for that. All right, and then the last grade is back to being out of 100, and this is just how the movie was in general. So kind of like a more or less a personal score, but it's just kind of how it worked as a dramatic musical.
So who wants to start?
You mean start?
Yeah.
Because I have feelings.
You
Is
look
that
like-
why you say that?
You look like you got something stirring on your face.
That's just how my face looks.
Oh.
I don't know. I think as a whole, I would give it like a 78. And that's just because maybe it's because I'm comparing it to other musical movies.
Mhm.
So like I'm thinking like Across the Universe.
So, like, take the Elton John away and just look at it as a musical movie.
Yeah, I think like the way it was like written is really weird. I also feel like because the first thing I did after I watched the movie was I looked up if Reed was like actually that much of an asshole to Elton John in their relationship, because they were together for I guess like 6 years.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. I'm like, if he was that much of a jerk, then why?
I would have buried you in the backyard.
Right.
You would have went missing.
Because I feel like Elton John's like not a pushover. So that's why I'm a little confused by that.
But I mean, if you were also going through addiction and stuff and you can't deal with yourself, then you're just going to take anything you can get.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't like a very like balanced look at it. But I mean, he also produced it, so you would make it from your perspective.
Right.
So I don't know. I would say like 75 just because of like I felt like the way it jumped in and out of like rehab was confusing and not really necessary for the story. And I would have just left that out until like the end or like when he actually goes to rehab. And yeah, I don't know. So.
I think they should have started with the rehab, like instead of opening with him as a kid, they should have started with him like sitting in a chair in that room and he says something and then it leads to him with the kid and you're like, okay, like he's telling this story from his rehab perspective. But I
would agree. I would have liked that a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that how they opened it? It was him marching into the rehab, and then it cut to like he saw the kid version of himself in the middle of the room, and then it cut to.
Well, I thought she was talking about like the part where like he's actually, like he's like in his like, I think he was like wearing like an Adidas jacket, and so he's already been through a lot of rehab.
Right.
So maybe like this is like his last session.
Yeah. So I think that would have been really cool if like that's him telling his whole story.
Yeah. Definitely.
Or like him in the robe.
Yeah, him in the robe was a good one too.
Yeah.
I give it like an 80 just for musical, movie, whatever. I could watch it a million times. Like I could watch Red or Rocky Horror or any of those.
I've sadly never seen either of those.
It's part of my religion. I have to, or else they kick me out of the lesbian club.
Take your card away.
They keep taking it away, and I'm like, come on, it's so much work.
All right, so we got 75, we got an 80. What are you thinking, Rose?
Overall, I really liked the story. Like I said, I feel many times throughout this review that I like that instead of being like Bohemian Rhapsody and Straight Outta Compton, where in their movies the music is really only when it's like actually performing on stage. This movie, it's worked throughout. It like works into the story, which I think works perfectly for Elton John. So, I mean, overall, I'd probably say like 85.
85? Yeah. I'm sitting more around an 80.
Okay.
Just, like, it wasn't... I wouldn't say this is, like, the best... It's definitely up there. It's definitely, like, maybe top 5, like, dramatic musicals I've seen.
Yeah.
It's just... There were issues we brought up.
I mean, this is no offense to Taron Egerton. I thought he did a great job, but look, if I had to compare Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocketman, I'd say Bohemian Rhapsody is better.
100%.
Fair.
So.
Yes.
All right, so with your, what did you said, 95?
I said 85.
85? Gosh damn it.
I'm not going that high, bro.
All right, with your 85, 2 80s, and a 75, that averages out to 80.
Not bad.
And with that brings us to our final grade, which is... You had to go up really high for that drum roll.
I did.
I really hope he was just like slapping the side of his leg.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
So, our final grade is an A-.
Okay.
I want to say that's what it got on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. So it's sitting at, or we have it averaged out at a 90.4.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah, and that is like barely an A or that's barely an A-. Like 1 point lower, it would have been a B+.
Damn.
So, Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 88.
Oh, okay. My bad. I suck.
Gosh damn it, Rose.
Sorry, I didn't do my research.
All
like
right,
our
cool.
score better.
Well,
You like our score
so
better?
let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we've done. So another A- movie was Joker.
Okay.
I did not see Joker, but
Honestly,
it's up there in that category.
I think Joker deserves to be higher than that, but this is me.
I would agree.
Well, you can't argue with the All Bros score.
Yeah, I
so-
know you won't let me, especially with our Toy Story 4 score.
Yeah. Another A- movie we did was The Room,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then Us.
Yeah.
That movie's actually kind of all right.
For sure. Us.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm not saying anything.
Then let's see the other ones we haven't done. Oh, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. We gave an A-.
Yes, that absolutely deserved it.
I actually love all of those. Not How to Train Your Dragon movies.
I don't think I've seen any of them.
They're so good.
You really should. They're
Yeah,
so good.
They're really good.
They're
I've made
amazing.
a lot of inappropriate jokes about How to Train a Dragon, but I don't think I've ever seen any of the movies, so they probably wouldn't work.
Yeah. So it seems like we all agree on this score or this grade for it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, like I said, this wraps up this breakdown. So where can people find you guys?
Where can they find us?
Everywhere you can.
So we use Podbean to upload everything. But we have our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify.
We're missing one.
We are missing one. I don't know what it is. That covers the major ones, though, I think. iTunes.
iTunes, yeah.
Yeah, iTunes.
I don't listen to our own podcast. I edit it. I already know what's going on. Yeah, we're on all of those on Instagram. That's how we met you guys, and some,
Yeah.
a couple other great podcasts.
And our handle on Instagram is Beef Skanks.
I am
That's pretty much it.
glad we haven't been questioned about why we're called that yet, because we don't have an answer, but we should come up with something.
Yeah, I was
good.
actually just about to ask you.
I totally was too.
Named us that.
I'm glad I didn't, though.
Did Calvin name us that?
Yeah, Danielle's husband named us that. We were trying to come up with names one day and just like throwing stuff out there, and he was like, "The Beef Skanks, beef," and we were like, "Yes, that's it." Calvin gets one for the
Or
team.
where'd he get that from?
Well, we were spitballing, like, we need to call ourselves something, because, so
We're
you
already
listen...
ridiculous, so it has to be.
Yeah. Well, you listen to, Two Dykes and a Mic.
Yeah.
What else we listen to that's, like, super... Oh, My Favorite Murder.
Yeah.
Last
podcast on the left. Why won't you date me? All of those.
Yeah.
This might get weird.
Yeah. So I think we felt like we needed a name that was, like, fitting just how
But I feel
terrible we are to listen to at work. I don't know.
if I'm scrolling through Instagram and if we're like on the promoted page or whatever and I see the word beefsteak, I'm gonna scroll back because I'm like, wait, what the fuck did that say? I gotta click on this. What is happening here? I guess that's my YouTube brain. I'm always like, if I see this, am I gonna click on it? It's like if I'm trying to put a thumbnail or something, I'm like, I don't want to click on that. If it's just a picture of a random person. But if there's a bright yellow screen, I'm like, ooh, shiny.
Right.
Oh, awesome. Well, if you liked this episode and want to hear more, you can go find the Beef Skanks where they said to.
Yep.
And you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Radio Public. Did I say Spotify already?
I don't think you did yet.
Spotify. I'm like minorly dyslexic. I swear.
So I still love you.
All of our content is also released on YouTube. New, like we say every week.
Yeah, every
new
week.
videos will be headed
It's
your
gonna
way
happen
soon.
eventually.
Yeah, we're also on Facebook at facebook.com/The Allbros, Twitter and Instagram at The Allbros, and you can email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com. or go to our website, which is tinyurl.com/theallbros if you have a movie you want us to break down, showdown idea, or want to give us a topic to do a Dreamcast on. We would love to hear from you guys. And go check out the Beef Skanks. I've never seen Sex in the City, but your conversations are freaking hilarious.
I feel like, of course we started, we were like, we're just gonna watch this and we'll see what happens, and, now it's half the podcast is us just ranting about ourselves and our lives, and the other half is like, okay, let's actually like talk about this TV show.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good time.
Thanks.
Yeah. So
Problem.
did I hear on your last podcast that you guys are trying to watch 50 Shades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a hesitation?
So funny story about that. Sammy actually thought that we meant this week. So yeah, when she texted me tonight, she's like, "Oh, we still good for tonight?" I'm like, "Wait, what?" I thought we said the 14th, and they're like, she's like, "No, I think you said tonight." I'm like, "Shit!"
But damn it, Rose.
But they're good for next week. We're good.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie, aren't I?
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
What sucks is it's not on like Netflix or Hulu or nothing. I actually have to go out and buy it.
Great.
Maybe it'll be in the dollar bin.
Yeah, that's fair.
I sure hope
It's
so.
been a while.
I'm at the point. I'm thinking, you know what? I might as well just get a good deal on all three movies. Like, why just buy the first one? Might as well buy all three.
Well, watch the first one first and then assess.
Yeah, good point.
I think if you're going to take the effort to go out and buy the DVD, you should also buy like other random things in the store, like just like a gallon of milk and like a box of gloves. Like, what the fuck is this guy about to do for the rest of his day? What is happening?
Oh, yeah.
Just a single piece of broccoli and 50 Shades of Grey. What is going on here?
You decide today is the day you need duct tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys can look forward to that next week.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
We hope, unless we die of embarrassment.
We'll see.
Yeah, like that. If anything, that's going to be the episode that kills the show.
That was the end.
So yeah, well, with that, this has been the All Bros podcast featuring the Beef Skanks, and we'll catch you guys next time. Deuces.
So long.
Bye.
Bye.
Herbert's back.
Back.